Hello, Scorpios. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. Scorpio, we're going to get into the Shadows of the Middle Ages Oracle deck, as well as the L-Key deck and the teeny tiny Wizards Tarot deck. We're going to ask Scorpio. Oh, wait. What are we asking? Oh, here we go. What's this one? Oh, it's a you and them thing, but that's not what I'm doing. It's the other side of this. God. We're going to ask who you are, how others view you, what people don't know about you, what you don't know about someone around you, and what motivates this person that someone around you. Scorpio, my dears. Energy exchange from me to you in this reading, my loves. If you would care to give me a like, a comment, and make sure you're subscribed. And even if you used to be, just double check that you still are, because YouTube can be a little bit of a trickster with that. Thank you so much, Scorpichinos. Let me see who you are. You've got two cards. You have Child, the Summer Solstice. That's interesting. Who you are. It feels like your childlike energy might come out in the summer. You could be looking towards the summer solstice when there is when there is more brightness than darkness. Is it your inner child? Is this like an inner child energy of you? Perhaps you are the child to someone, and that is being specified in this reading as well. The summer solstice, the child of the summer solstice. That's very interesting. When there is finally more light than dark. That's who you are. You have maybe your inner child is going through a rebirth here as well. And in that rebirth, there is more lightness now, like almost seeing somebody coming through a birth canal. And the birth canal, right? Like being sort of closed and it contracting and being more and more open, and you're slipping through in this birth process, and there's more light. The darkness is kind of like behind you coming out. I'm really like, wow, that's interesting. Having your inner child is in the process of having a rebirth. It's like you've crowned you've crowned in the birth canal. That's cool. Okay, how others view you, what people don't know about you, what you don't know about someone around you, and what motivates this person. How others view you. They view you as mice. So, okay, so they view you as looking out for your own interest here, like needing to, or it's important that you do. There could be a situation where you might be feeling vulnerable. Now that's interesting because, I mean, any animal in the process of birth is very vulnerable. And that is a very, very vulnerable state to be in. So people recognize you in some way here, that there's a vulnerability in your life. Maybe it's a vulnerability with the tenderness of your own inner child here coming out, and you're like protecting it at any cost. That's how you're viewed. What people don't know about you. Man. I don't know. Okay. Is there a man? A man? A man around you. That's very specific. So what people, maybe they're like, I wonder if Scorpio has a man. You got a man, Scorpio? People don't know about you. You got a man? I don't know. Maybe some of you do, and maybe some of you don't. Or there could be a man around you that is influencing you, or I don't know what that is. We're going to find out though, aren't we? It's very specific. What you don't know about someone around you. Oh, present. You don't know what they're doing. Right now, as we speak, I don't know. There's something in the present. You have no idea about somebody's present right now. Just, right? Maybe somebody's in Paris. Shout out to my Paris friends and my France friends, my European friends. There you go. What motivates this person? Rider. Positive news. Positive news. Good news on the way. Oh, so what you don't know about someone around you, they are presently motivated by some type of good news here. They want to share good news. They've received good news. You have Samhain at the bottom. The whole thing is upright, so I'm not going to go into that. You have Samhain at the bottom, so communicating with the dead. Oh, it's kind of like the death card too. It's also Scorpio. Yeah, it's also Scorpio. It's also Scorpio season. The whole thing is Scorpio, Scorpionic. Right? It's November 1st is in Scorpio season in the zodiac. And then this is even just like it's communicating with the dead, being connected to the dead, death and rebirth. You're going through rebirth. You are crowning. Like it's like you're crowning. All of a sudden, canal is open and your little head is sticking out. Maybe just up to here. And it's like, oh, there's a lot of light. I don't know. Anyways, it's kind of a funny little visual, but that's what it looks like. So let's see what the Alki deck has to say. The she who, the he who, the they who. Who you are. Oh. Oh, I just had like a huge deja vu. Whoa. I haven't had one of those, especially like doing a reading in a while. That's crazy. There's something, okay. There's something else, like it's almost like a hidden memory here about this reading. Like something about seeing this dragon's skin up close. I don't know. Something about a dragon. Maybe someone's born near the dragon. Something about a dragon. It's a good dragon. It's a good dragon. Like Puff. Like Puff the magic dragon. Live by the sea. That's so weird. It was when I picked up the Alki deck. And I said, the she who, he who, they who. But I've already said that this week and I didn't get any deja vus with that. No, it's the dragon and the Litha. The child Litha card. Looking at that and saying this. We've done this before. Like in another lifetime. Or I'm remembering a past lifetime. Sometimes I feel like we live the same lifetime over and over again. We just make different decisions over time. And hopefully better ones. And things get better as we... Okay, who you are. She who divines, future choice and judgment. She who divines with child and the summer solstice. Well, you could be divinators yourself. Hey, hey, you guys are out there. You could be a divinator yourself here. You could be, there could be something in your own inner child that's starting to blossom with this as well. Now, there could also be something that a divinator or a tarot reader has told you about your future, and you're birthing into that right now at this period. Like, it feels like you've more than crested here. That's fascinating because there are so many different cards and obviously like the esoteric information about rebirth and things like that, and I'm going through dark tunnels. This is really, I'm picking up the energy of somebody who is cresting here in a rebirth. Others view you as mice, looking after yourself here. Wisdom, clarity, and resolution. This is like somebody who knows. Wow. This is like, you know when you need to look after your own interests here. You might even know the minor or finer details in a situation around you and understand the importance of looking after your own interest here. You could understand a situation around you more clearly and you understand how important it is. Well, this is how people view you. But you know, it's like to have this view, there must be something, right? There must be something that people are having an impression about. Like, what's producing that impression? Have you gained some type of knowledge, or you're showing up in a different way here? Now, I'm really curious about this, what people don't know about you. Man. Man, oh man. Knowing, ambition, and confidence. They don't know about you. A man. What is this connection between you and this man? Radiate man. Man, you're radiating? Knowing, ambition, and confidence. Is there something to do with a man? I don't know what the context of this is. This is where Cindy needs her tarot. But there's maybe you're very confident about some type of future between yourself and a man, or you're very confident or ambitious about a future between yourself and a man, or there could be a man around you who is very ambitious in regards to something to do with you. Yeah, I don't know, he's so handsome. It's probably AI generated, but I don't know, something about him. Okay, so what you don't know about someone around you. Okay, present. Powerful devotion and true worth. It could be somebody who's really working on their sense of their worth here, their value. This person could be holding back in some way, and they're doing that because they are focused on their true worth and their value. This person's motivated is good news. Good news is what motivates this person. Observe, perceive, and scrutinize. Good news. That's what they're doing. This person is holding back. What you don't know about someone right now. It could be the reason why somebody feels like they're holding back, or somebody is a little bit under the radar, or doesn't seem physically present. Maybe you haven't heard from this person, or this person seems somehow detached and distant. It's because this person is in a process of observing things and taking in the finer details themselves. They could be assessing if a situation is for their highest good, or if this situation maybe devalues them in any way. Like, they're assessing. This person is presently assessing, or they're building up this sense of value and worth. And the motivation here is trying to see maybe if there's something that they've heard, or some sort of information that they've received, that they're scrutinizing it. They're trying to see, is this good news? Is this something that's good? Is this something that is positive? She who rises up, empower, uplift, and elevate is your underlying card. So you have, wow, I love this with this sort of like death card energy, because that's you. That is you, like coming in out of a birth canal here. Now it's tarot time. Tarot time. Tarot time. That was weird. That song was falling into the tune of the Muppets. Okay, show me a card for child. I'm going to get a card for Litha, child, and your futura. Child. Ace of Cups. Wow, I love it. That's beautiful. That is, it's almost like the water breaking. But the water usually breaks before you come out of the birth canal. So what is that? That's really funny, because somebody had mentioned that. I think it was a Bernie Ski. He had something that said something about a dry birth, and I was like, what does that mean? So I had to go and look it up. And that's when a child is born and the whole like amniotic sac and everything comes out, and they're still in the water, like, right? So no water has broken, so it's considered a dry birth. And then I was looking into that. I'm like, well, what is, like everything. There are certain groups that say, oh, that's ominous. That's, ooh. There's some sort of foreboding energy about that. And then there's others that, and more so, seems to be others that say, oh, this is a gifted child, or this represents something very special. Because it's very rare, and it's almost like the child doesn't come into the world, doesn't come into, or isn't broken into the portal of the 3D until they are fully out of the portal, right? Like birth is a portal, like in the Starseed Oracle deck, birth is a portal. So yeah, I'm getting that, because it's like the water is breaking as you've come out. There is perhaps some type of deep emotional healing that is associated with this for you in a rebirth. The Litha, the summer solstice, where we have the brightest, could be the maybe you're seeing things more clearly now than you've ever seen them. You're at a very clarifying moment here. Wow, it's like you know where you're going. You can see the hospital room, or I can see the, maybe it was in one of those I don't want those, you do it in one of those little tubs. I have like a water birth or something. It didn't feel like a watery birth. It's like you can see where you're going. You were at the clearest point of seeing where you're going. You have, I don't know, even if it's like an idea or a vision, and you're like briefly kind of like believing in it. It's like, I feel like I'm catching you in a moment here. I'm catching you in a moment, because, right, Litha, this summer solstice doesn't last forever. It's, like slowly, a few minutes each day, the sun starts to set a little earlier. But you still, like, as that's happening, you still have more light than darkness. It's not till right, like the winter solstice, where you would then start experiencing more dark than light, or the darkest. This is the brightest period. You're in the brightest period right now. Okay, so future choice judgment. The 10 of Swords and the 8 of Pentacles. Is there in some way here, it's almost like, feels like have you been betrayed in work? Or are you working through a betrayal? It's weird because either I feel like you're either a divinator yourself, or this is something that has been shown to you through divination. Now, it could also be like a prophecy or some type of dream that you've had. You are, right? You're seeing things more clearly than you ever have right now. Is it something that has more to do with your emotional state as you're having a rebirth than it does as a physical manifestation in some way? You may have been betrayed in some way by your own work. So right now, others view you. It's curious, right? Like the interpretation or the perspective people have of you does not necessarily need to be wrong here, because, right, like if someone can't see you literally going through the birth canal, but they see energetically you, and in seeing you, they're just seeing the energy. They don't see you coming out of the birth canal. Like both can be possible at the same time, but one may lack context. So anyway, so they have the mice here in terms of how others view you. The Hanged Man, the Tower, and the Page of Wands. That's interesting. You could be trying to say some things here to break down a perspective. No. Sorry, these cards are playing out like almost like animated here. This even feels like some type of a call for help. But that's the perception. Again, if they can't see it, but they're getting the energy, maybe even the sound, right? I'm hearing a baby suddenly, right, like that. That's like a call for help, but it's actually just coming out of the birth canal and suddenly being like, I just imagine all the senses are just suddenly like light, like, and being wet and cold and just like, it's shocking. But the shock is what creates breath. Right? Without it, the best thing you want to hear when a baby comes out is that crying and screaming. And any doctor will tell you, if your kid is sick and they are crying and crying, it's good. They got a lot of energy to do that. When they stop doing that, that's when you have to be concerned. So this is the, like, look at this. It's like having a perspective, everything is like, but this is almost like calling out when this is some sort of tower moment has happened. So people view you as needing to protect yourself, possibly, and maybe you're saying, hey, I can't do that right now. I got to deal with this. I'm sorry, that's not going to happen today. But here's the other thing. This is also seen as smart. So in whatever way you might be saying to someone, I'm sorry, I can't do that today. Or I'm sorry, that's not going to happen. Or I won't, I don't know, I won't let that boundary, won't let you cross that boundary, or whatever it could be. It's also seen as giving clarity and, that's smart. So whatever way you're protecting yourself or you're looking after your own is not seen, it's seen as intelligent. It's like, yeah, or maybe even with wisdom, right? Something from your past is giving you the experience to recognize that, wisdom, clarity, resolution. The Empress, Karma, and the Nine of Swords. Wow, no, you've been through something and you know. It's like, geez. The birth, the Empress giving birth. You could even be protecting a child or something like that here, also with your energy, or your children. You were seeing something very clear. You may be seeing how, I don't know what the work, like it could be the work that you do here. There's a potential here to be betrayed. Or you see how something in the future could end up as a betrayal to you. This is giving me the vibe here of how you're perceived and who you really are. I feel like they're in alignment. And it's seeing someone that I see like stepping up to a chess match many times and losing over and over and over again. And then suddenly you step up to that chess match, or maybe you've stepped away and then you step up to it and you are 10 to 20 moves ahead of anybody that you're playing against, is what that feels like. Because it's like, oh, no. I can see, like you can see more clearly, you know, maybe, I don't know, maybe you know somebody's behavior, where that's going to lead in like 10 to 20 steps from where you are right now. You're like, no, sorry, not today. Like there's something, you're right on it. You're right on it. And it's based on something that you faced in the future that was not, you don't even want to like think about that. At least that's what somebody sees here. So, okay, what people don't know about you, this man. Is there a man making you radiate? Yeah. Ooh. Okay, tell me about this man. Wow, the man is justice. Maybe the man is a woman. I've got the Queen of Wands. So it's a person. Justice, the Queen of Wands, and the Page of Cups. What people don't know about you. I don't know. I feel like there could be somebody admiring you. Somebody admiring you, or maybe admiring this intelligence that I'm seeing here, this applied intelligence, because you can be smart and not do anything with it, and that's not wisdom. So there could be like somebody admiring that. They could be admiring like how you look. Maybe you are radiating. Maybe your skin is glowing. Maybe your aura's on fire. The she who radiates. The Six of Cups. Six of Cups is Scorpio. It's the past. Was the past as good? Right? The Six of Cups asks us this question. Was the past as good as we remember it? Have we changed it in our mind? Which is not difficult to do because, right? Actually, it's funny talking about birth. Like, one of the things that is most difficult for any woman is to give birth. Like, right? Like if it's a natural, especially if we're talking about a natural birth, it happens too quickly. There's not even time for any, you know, spinal shit or whatever. Like it's just, it is painful. It is excruciating. And it is also very dangerous. Like before modern medicine, women died all the time in giving birth. So, but what makes women have birth again is that the hardest parts of that are often forgotten. And the thing that is remembered the most, like all of that pain and everything, is like maybe holding the child, seeing the child the first time that they breastfeed the child. It's just like all of those wonderful endorphins, and that's what the mind wants to remember. So the Six of Cups is very interesting here, right? Like it's logical to ask yourself, was the past as good as you remember it to be? Well, people don't know about you. I feel like there's somebody from your past. I mean, do you know this? It feels almost very secretive. I feel like somebody's admiring you. That's what I feel like here. All right. So what you don't know about someone around you. Presence, powerful devotion. Maybe that's this. Maybe what people don't know about you is that you don't know that somebody is admiring you. Maybe it's that. Maybe other people know that someone's admiring you, but you don't know this. That's what people don't know about you, is that you don't know it. Because it kind of comes up as a funny little thing here, like, it might be something you don't know, I feel like. And then, right, presently somebody is devoted. Powerful devotion. What is this devotion towards? Let's see this. If I get a very self card, I'll say, okay, this person is continuing to be devoted to self. The Moon and the Seven of Pentacles. Very devoted to... It's interesting because we're getting like really strong feminine energy, right, with the Moon and talking about birth. Out of the canal, somebody is devoted. Is this presently? Is somebody devoted to trying to help you see something? Coming out of the darkness, coming out of the Moon, coming out of illusions. Coming out of the Moon is like coming out of the birth, like birthing. Birthing out of the feminine. This is some... You don't know about this about someone presently. It's almost like there's an energetic forceps that are helping to pull you through. Wow, the Eight of Swords. Somebody is doing something right now that you are completely unaware of, but it has something to do. It could even be like energy that somebody is sending to you. This is literally like energetic forceps pulling you out of the birth canal. Somebody is really devoted to this, right? Well, like if a doctor is like, all right, no, we don't do anything else today except get this baby out. That's it. That's the priority. This baby's coming out. At this point, it's gotten to a stage where it has only one way to go, and that is out. That is out. What motivates this person? Oh, I want to say it's for you to see the good news. It's for you to see the light. You are seeing the light. It's to see the... There's an energetic forceps. I don't know, like, who this person is. It's weird. Like, sometimes these will come across as an energy, like, of a fairy godmother, as God. This feels like a person. What's the good news? The Two of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. Trusting your intuition. Trusting in intuition. And it's leading to a long, stable plan. Trust your intuition. It's leading to a long, stabilized plan. That's the good news. Observe, perceive, and scrutinize. The King of Wands. Oh, interesting. The King of Wands. So you're looking at this person. Perceive. What about the King of Wands? What's the truth about the King of Wands? The Chariot, the Five of Swords, and the Ten of Wands. The truth about the King of Wands. It's like somebody wants to move or do something, but they can't. There's no winner in some type of situation that this person's involved in. What's the falseness of the King of Wands? The Devil and the Queen of Swords. Huh. Okay, there's something... The Devil and the Queen of Swords. That's the falseness of the King of Wands. Could be criticism. I'm just looking at this card and the way that this guy is looking at her, like, oh my God. And she's like, oh my God. Like, oh my God, oh my God. Who have you turned into? Who are you? What is this? And then the Queen of Swords seeking ahead. I feel like it has something to do with criticism. Or it's a reason that somebody is not moving forward. Okay, this person is motivated, you coming out of the birth canal, you seeing something clearly, because what motivates them, it's almost like it's a lengthy road to some type of clarity, possibly about a person. It is to understand and learn something about a person over a long period of time. Interesting. Oh, I love it. Okay, the Queen of Cups and the Death card. This is like birth through love. The rebirth of love. This is being birthed through love. There is such a powerful, like, you guys always do this though. Yeah, there was a time where I felt like Aries all the time pulled out the Emperor card, and it's like Capricorn often. You and Capricorn always, often, I feel like, I don't know if it's stereotypical, but you shine real bright. You know, the energies that represent you, and you're doing that here, as you often do in my readings. Okay, I'm gonna go do the extended. Scorpio, in the extended, I'm gonna ask, who's watching or observing you? Why? What is this person's curiosity, and what are their intentions towards you? Thank you so much, Scorpios. There is 2 options below in the description if you would like to follow me to the extended. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.